Hello, and welcome to the Finch tutorial part 1. This is the first of 3 videos that will give you a better understanding of the Finch robot and its capabilities. What you'll need for this tutorial. You will need the Finch robot, of course, and you will also need a USB Type A to Type B cable that will give the Finch power and communication with the computer. To implement code in Java, you will need Greenfoot, which is the Integrated Development Environment or IDE that we will use to program the robot. Connecting the Finch robot. First, you plug the USB into the top of the Finch robot using the Type B connector. Then, the other side of the USB into your computer's USB port. After you plug them both in, your Finch's nose should light up and change different colors. We will now program the Finch robot using Greenfoot in the files provided to you. With this tutorial, there are starter files. One of these is the greenfitch.zip file. We will start by unzipping this zip file and looking at its contents. Inside the Greenfitch file, you will find many file folders that have different uses. In the README, we can see all what these uses are. The Finch demo is what we will use to make sure our Finch is working and connected to our computer. So we're going to go into the Finch demo file and then search for the project.greenfoot. Once we find it, we're going to double click it and Greenfoot will open for us. Once the file opens, we're going to compile the project on the bottom right corner, and once it compiles, you will run it. After you press the run button, you will see the accelerometer moving, so that means our Greenfoot is actually reading data. You can then use the arrow keys to make it move backwards and forwards to make sure that it's working. Did it work for you? If not, you may want to check out the troubleshooting page on the Finch website. If it did happen to work for you, your Finch should be moving forwards, backwards, left, and right whenever you press the corresponding arrow key. If you slide the dials that say red, green, and blue to the right and left, you'll also notice that the color of the Finch's nose will change corresponding to the percentage that you slide it to. We will now go on to talk about the Finch sensors that are built into the robot. There are many different types of sensors that we can gather data from that are built into the Finch. We are already familiar with the USB plug and the LED light on the front of the Finch. The Finch also contains an obstacle detection system to determine whether there is an object in the way. There are 3 sensors on the front of the Finch so that it can detect in a wider radius. The Finch also contains a temperature sensor that can be very useful in displaying the Fahrenheit or Celsius degrees onto the console. The light sensors in the middle of the Finch are used to determine whether there is a certain brightness of light around the Finch. We will demo this in a later tutorial. Last is the accelerometer that is used to detect acceleration and the orientation of the robot, meaning whether it is flat on the ground, upright, or etc. It also detects shaking. We will be demoing the obstacle detection system, also known as the ultrasonic sensor, the light sensor, and the motors in later tutorials. Please be sure to check them out. Thank you for watching this tutorial. We hope that you found it very informative. Please be sure to also check out our intermediate and advanced Finch tutorials.